Why calm people are scarier than angry ones. Someone just tore your idea apart in front of the whole team. Everyone's watching to see what you'll do. You don't raise your voice, you don't defend yourself, you just look at them, a beat longer than feels comfortable, and say, "Noted." Then you move on. By the time the meeting ends, nobody remembers what they said to you. They remember the silence that came after it. I need you to sit with this for a second. Anger would have been forgotten by lunch. Everyone's seen anger. It's loud, it's predictable, it burns out fast. What you did instead is something almost nobody can explain, but everybody instantly respects. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why calm reads as more dangerous than anger to the human brain, and what that quiet, unshakable state actually costs the person who has it. Stay until the end. Because the third reason is the one almost nobody talks about, and it changes how you'll see every calm person you meet. First, why your brain can't read calm and why that's terrifying. Anger is data. When someone yells, you know where you stand. You can predict what happens next, prepare for it, respond to it. Your brain evolved to handle loud threats. They're honest, in a strange way. Calm gives you nothing to work with. A person who stays perfectly still while you expect a reaction leaves your brain no data to predict what happens next. And uncertainty, to a threat detection system built over millions of years, reads as more dangerous than a clear threat, not less. You don't know if they're unbothered, calculating, or one sentence away from something you can't take back. That unresolved tension is what keeps people careful around someone calm. Mind you, this isn't about being cold or checked out. It's the specific quality of being present, aware, and unreadable all at once. Second, why staying calm is actually the harder, more costly option. Here's what almost nobody accounts for. Anger is often the easy response. It's automatic, immediate, requires no effort to produce. Staying visibly unaffected when someone is trying to provoke you requires active regulation in real time, while your nervous system is doing everything it can to react. I mean that literally. Emotional regulation under provocation is measurably taxing. It draws on the same mental resources you'd use to solve a hard problem at the exact moment someone is trying to derail you. So when you see someone stay calm while being pushed, you're not watching someone who doesn't care. You're watching someone spend real effort to not hand over control of the moment. That effort is invisible, but people register it anyway. On some level, they sense that the calm is costing something, and that a person willing to pay that cost is not someone to underestimate. Quick question for you. Drop a comment. Have you ever stayed calm in a moment where every part of you wanted to react, and noticed the other person almost got more uncomfortable because of it? That reaction you got is exactly what we're about to explain. Keep watching, because the next part is the one people miss most. Third, the part nobody talks about, where this calm actually comes from. This is the layer that changes everything. Sustained calm under pressure doesn't usually appear out of nowhere. For a lot of people who carry it, it was built, often early, often out of necessity. Somewhere along the way, showing frustration openly stopped feeling safe or useful, so the nervous system adapted. Underneath, the same stress response is firing as anyone else's. It's just been trained to not show on the surface. That's the part that should reshape how you see this. The calm isn't the absence of a reaction. It's a reaction, rerouted. And that rerouting has a cost too. Sustained suppression, held long enough, doesn't just disappear. It sits somewhere, waiting for a safe enough moment to be acknowledged, whether that happens on purpose or not. Here's what this looks like, played out in real life. Picture a sales director in a Monday morning meeting. A colleague, someone who's been angling for his position for months, brings up a deal that fell through last quarter in front of the entire team, phrased just carefully enough to sound like concern instead of an attack. The room goes quiet. Everyone expects him to explain himself, or push back. He doesn't do either. He looks at the numbers on the screen for a moment, nods once, and says, "You're right, that one didn't close. Let's look at why." Then he walks the room through it himself, calmly, in detail, without a trace of defensiveness, and moves on to the next agenda item like nothing happened. Nobody in that room remembers the colleague's comment by the end of the week. What they remember is that nothing landed, that the attempt to rattle him simply had nowhere to go. And the next time that colleague considers trying something similar, he hesitates, because the last attempt cost him credibility, not the other way around. That's the entire mechanism in miniature. The attack was loud, deliberate, and forgettable. The calm was quiet, costly, and unforgettable. But here's the part that doesn't make it into the highlight reel. Suppressed reactions don't just vanish because they were never shown. Sometimes, months later, that same composed person snaps over something disproportionately small, a minor comment, an insignificant delay, and everyone around them is confused because they're always so calm. What actually happened is the small thing wasn't really the trigger. It was simply the moment the backlog finally found an exit. That's not a contradiction of everything we just covered. It's the other half of it. The calm is real, and so is what it's holding. Now, here's what actually matters, whether you're reading someone else's calm or building your own. Not performing calm is a mask to seem untouchable. That's brittle, and it usually cracks under enough pressure because there's nothing underneath holding it up. Step 1. If you're building genuine composure, practice it in low-stakes moments first. A delayed reply, a pause before responding to something minor. Composure, trained only under real pressure, rarely holds. Composure, trained in small moments, compounds. Step 2. If you're on the receiving end of someone's calm and it unsettles you, notice that discomfort is information about you, not proof of a threat from them. Most of the time, the story you're building about what their silence means is worse than what's actually there. Step 3. If your own calm has become suppression rather than choice, if you genuinely can't access the reaction underneath anymore, that's worth attention on its own terms, not something to just keep performing indefinitely. Do not wait until the next confrontation to practice this. The moment to notice your own automatic reaction is the very next time something mildly frustrating happens, not the next time you're truly tested. The world does register calm as more powerful than anger. That part is real. But powerful and costless are not the same thing. And knowing the difference changes what you do with that power once you have it. Their stillness was never nothing. Yours doesn't have to be either. The goal was never to feel nothing. It was to choose deliberately what gets to show, and to know the difference between control and simply going quiet.